Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today there is just me and Susan. But we are discussing a 1979 movie, a Who Films production of Quadrophenia. The Who don't appear in this. The music's used in this, but it's a movie about mods and rockers. Set in 1965 in Britain. With a few familiar faces from the British world of entertainment from that period of 1979. But we'll go to Susan and see her opening thoughts on Quadrophenia.
Okay. First question is, if you were back in 1965 in London or Brighton, what would you be, a mod or a rocker?
Um, ooh, that's debate. I don't know because I like leather,
Because I know you like leather.
but I like the stylish scooters what the mods had.
Yeah.
So I don't. I'd be 50-50.
Huh.
I'd be a mocker,
Yeah, a mocker.
which I am anyway.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I'd be a mod. Um, Only because like the
It's also the music they listen to as well.
yeah, there's sort of a difference in style,
Mm.
um, and I love this movie for the South Shore, um, the South Coast, whatever, uh, resort community of Brighton, and I loved the fisticuffs everyone gets into. It's a bit like the mods and the rockers started the hooliganism that just kind of you know saturated into football later.
Well, that's what I mean. Um, we had the mods and rockers, but in America, did you have like Hell's Angels and what's the other?
Well, there were lots of biker gangs,
Yeah,
but those were biker gangs who travel a long distance.
right.
They wouldn't. I mean, and there weren't. And
So there's no really
I don't
similarity.
I don't even know what goes on at Sturgis. Okay, and that's the Harley Davidson thing. It's a
Yeah,
Harley rally in South Dakota. But this was like a proper biker rally and revolution, and it was all based on this style and this on their attitude, and like mods couldn't like rockers and rockers couldn't like mods, and so that was what was so weird about the friendship between Jimmy and what was it, Kevin? No, was it Kevin?
um, played by
Ray Winston?
yeah, it was Kevin, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Kevin.
Yeah,
Kev.
yeah. So those two had a friendship even across the gang line, and so um, it was good that they didn't kick each other's ass, but they were part of the groups that were kicking each other's ass anyway. Um, I had so many cool people, and it had like Phil Davis, it had Phil Daniels as Jimmy, Leslie Ash played um, both both Chalky and Jimmy's love interest.
Mhm.
Everybody, both of those two young guys wanted to get with her, and he and then let's see, they had a lot of high energy like road trip bits and um, lots of powerful, um, you know, sitting at home trying to turn your life, your family onto the Who, trying to, and then and his and yeah, so there was a lot of uh, attempts at building across like the generations, but because it's the Who, there was written so that it fell on deaf ears, and
Mhm.
it more distinctly divided that family, and it was the breakup of Jimmy's family,
Yeah.
basically being run out of the house and uh, forced to be homeless, and so that's rough. I mean that is really rough. I I knew a lot of people in my youth who were forced to be homeless as teenagers, and that was a rough go. They call it living rough, but they also, or sleeping rough, but they also have like this whole, it really is rough. It's really hardcore. And then his eventual like, you know, Jimmy actually sort of decides to chuck it all in and maybe not be a mod anymore, but like not be a rocker, but just be Jimmy. And on some level, it works. And so, anyway, yeah, it's got a lot of stuff in there, and it's a really good movie. And yeah, I've watched it like 10 times on USA Network. They'd play Quadrophenia uh, as like one of the midnight movies on that
Mhm.
network, and so I watched it a lot as a teenager. So I really enjoyed it, and it's good to see it again.
Cool.
What do you think about it, Lee?
Well, I want to point out that Kev did get beat up by the mods in the end.
He did, but not by Jimmy.
No, because Jimmy just shouted, "Leave him alone!"
Right? It was. It's really true. I mean, like they went across the gang line to be friends with each other.
Um,
Go ahead.
yeah, it's for it. I mean, for it to be set in the 60s, filmed in the 70s. Um, they got the feel right. The music was brilliant. Just the little discos they had where all they were just dancing away together. All the little dances they were doing. Brilliantly done. As you say, the cast is amazing. You uh, you you didn't mention that Toya's in this. If everybody knows who Toya is, she's a British actress, also known for hits in the early 80s songs. Um, she's in this. Who she pines away for Jimmy. She fancies Jimmy, but Jimmy's got eyes for Leslie Ash.
Oh, the little blonde.
Yeah, the one behind you there. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Toya there. Yeah. You've also got Trevor Laird in this. You've cut him off there, but he's been in loads of things, including Doctor Who and Trial of the Time Lord and stuff like that. And of course, you've got Sting um, as Ace Face. Um, And this was 79, so this was when the police sort of hit big time. And then, with getting all the big hits. So I don't know if this was filmed before he became big or while he was big. I don't know. That was a strange character for him to play. I mean, being a cool dude like that, and then for Jimmy's disappointment to find out he's a bellboy. Bellboy in a hotel. But it's and things and this the scooter thing in Brighton did happen, and the riots did happen back then. And I think there is an annual event where the scooters do go to Brighton every year, and so they're sort of trying to keep that alive. I don't think there's fighting anymore, but
a bunch of old 70-year-olds beating each other up with their walkers or their canes.
yeah, it's like a convention these days, I think. But you as the tagline of the movie says, it's a way of life, a way of life. Yeah, it's just from Jimmy being up there to his downfall, to his, as you were saying, homeless, a drug addiction.
Oh yeah, there was that too.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of drugs. Just and how easy it was for him to get the drugs as
Yeah.
well. Everybody knew someone who, and for that the character there kept him under his hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I mean, I think I've seen this movie now. This will be my third time. I saw this movie maybe last time I saw it 30 years ago. So it was, sitting down to watch this has brought a few, memories back from then. You've also got what's his name in it, Philip Davis as well, good British actor there. He's in most things these days, next to Sting. Yeah, in Doctor Who again as well, and in police dramas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you've got quite a few famous people in this, but and you've got say Michael Elphick as Jimmy's dad, who was a well-known British actor in his day, and Kate Williams as his mother. She was always in the. She always used to play the wife in the British sitcom Love Thy Neighbour.
Oh yeah.
And you say you've got a young Ray Winston and a young Phil Daniels in this as friends of Jimmy and Kev. Watching this again, I didn't recognise Ray Winston until he started talking.
Yeah.
And I think, I just sat there watching it and then, oh, that's Ray Winston, his voice. But I was distracted at the time. I won't go into that.
You can go into that. What is it? Was that one of your favorite moments?
No. It was for a mainstream movie to have two young actors. I mean, Phil Dan must have been 21. Ray Winston must have been around 21. To have them laid in a bath, in two separate baths, clear water with nothing on. You could see everything. And
Because they were in the bath.
yeah, there was in the bath, but for the camera to just stay on it, because usually it'll just move off, or just go up to the head and shoulder, but
Yeah.
it was just full frontal. Yeah. And the scene was a good 4 minutes.
Yeah.
To just have the camera on their private bits, and I don't think you'd get that in these days in a movie. Well, not mainstream. You could do in the other sort of industry, but and to have young actors to do that, I was going to say they must have had some balls, but there again,
you could see them all.
You could see it all.
No worries.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a the ending's sort of left for you to decide.
Ambiguous as hell.
Yeah, because he with him stealing Sting's scooter and then riding up and down the White Cliffs of Dover on top of them, not up and down.
So he's gone all the way around. He's literally driven 100 miles with his scooter.
Hmm. And then the final scene is the scooter coming off the top of the cliffs and smashing onto the beach below. Um, I know the film begins with him staring off into the sunset, then walking away from the cliffs. so, it's gone full circle. We're back to where the film began. So, did he? Did he walk away, or did he go with the scooter?
He wasn't on the scooter. There
We
was
know that, but is it just an ambiguous ending?
the ambiguous ending is uh,
He's walked away.
he's now 100 miles from home, standing on the cliffs, having just destroyed his idol, the idol of the whole group. You know, he basically took Ace Face's whole reality and chucked it over the cliffs there, which is really like, it's kind of like the final straw that is like him breaking down from being a real mod to being this just, I mean, what's next for him? He crawls back to London on his hands and fucking knees. I mean, what, this is
So we don't know what happens to him.
right. He's a mess, and he's really thrown it back in the face of everybody who, I mean, yes, they were supposed to throw it in the face of the cops. They were supposed to throw it in the face of the rockers.
Yeah.
But here Jimmy had gone from like throwing it in the face of parents, rockers, cops, you know, the other people at the party who weren't paying attention to him when he, did the dive from the balcony,
Mm.
the crowd surfing dive from the balcony.
Well, you got through.
It was kind of trying to take all the attention away from Ace Face, and at the end he just destroyed all those relationships, and then
Mm.
then he destroyed the one thing that made Ace Face really fucking cool to look at, that silver scooter. So it was I like that character progression, and I like all the little steps in there. Yes, you're right, Lee. There was a hell of a lot of drug addiction going on with him at the same time. He was taking a bunch of green capsules, but
And they were blatantly taking them in the open. They were just popping pills left, right, and centre. In the cafe, in the street,
yeah,
without a care in the world.
yeah, and they were breaking into
In
chemists
chemist, yeah.
to assist their their addictions. Anyway, really, it's a good movie to watch, and the
Yeah.
music is fantastic. We could go song by song through the music, but
It was mainly Who tracks, but there is certain other ones what were in there, but it was mainly Who songs in there.
yeah,
Um,
it's all from the album Quadrophenia.
yeah. Do any favourite moments? Or
I've just told you, like the
The
character.
whole thing. You haven't got, okay. What about
I like Jimmy. I like Jimmy in the bath. I like
mm,
Kevin in the bath. I like
you like Jimmy's bottom? Yes,
I like
okay.
I like Kevin. Or I like Kevin and Jimmy. Like not kicking each other's ass. I like the fact that I liked that crowd scene where he jumps off. He's trying to take all the attention away from Ace Face.
Well, yeah, he also did that at the party, if you remember, where I can't remember his name now. Leslie Ash's character was with
Ash
was it
was the character's name. Leslie. Um,
Leslie Ash is a real name.
oh, Steph. Steph is the character.
Steph who was dancing with the other guy. He was Jimmy was making out with Toya on the sofa, and he noticed that the other lass was with another guy dancing and kissing. So what does he do? Gets up, changes the record, and starts rocking out, taking the attention away from.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he was fucked up right from the start.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
he didn't have any. He just wanted everything for himself.
yeah, and there was one. What annoy? There is an annoyance in movies, and this was one thing what annoys me in movies, and it showed it was blatantly plain in this movie. The fight scenes on the beach, they're really well done. But then you have rows of people on top of the barriers just watching them film it. They were that was real. That was public. Just leant over the barriers watching them film the movie, and you could tell it was they were just watching. You think, why didn't you just move the people out the way?
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, sometimes you get movies, don't you? And you're watching a scene, and then you see a bunch of people in the background just stood there with their arms crossed, watching. You think, just move them out the frame.
Yeah. So Lee, there was another thing that you noticed in this movie that I would like
In
you to bring to the table because
right,
you noticed things.
this movie was filmed in 1978, 79. It's supposed to be set in 64, 65. But back at Brighton again, where they're fighting in the streets, running in the streets, they run past the cinema. Now showing Heaven Can Wait. I know Heaven Can Wait is an old movie.
But it ain't
But,
that.
no, well, there is an old version of it, but Heaven Can Wait in 1978, starring Warren Beatty, was up there on the cinema. It's one of these little things what sneaks into movies what editors can't really do much about, I suppose. Back in them days, nowadays you can just
CGI out, right?
yeah. But yeah, it just caught my eye. I thought, Heaven Can Wait, 1978. Now you know what year this movie was made.
Oh, fun.
But yeah, I want them out. I mean, it's a small scene, but with is it Chalky and Philip Davis's character trying to find somewhere to sleep on a night, and then they found that they found that place, and there's other guys in there. Then shh, go to sleep, go to sleep, and they wake up in the morning. It's full of rockers, not mods. That's so funny. Because if them rockers knew they were there, they'd have bit the crap out of them.
Uh-huh. Yep, it would have been bloody messes by that point.
Oh yeah. So, anything else we'd like to say about this movie?
I really, I kind of like the way that the I mean it captured the right feel with the colors and
Mm-hmm.
everything too.
Yeah.
I mean that's one of the beautiful things about the way hang on, I'll figure out who directed this.
It's,
Frank Rodham
yeah,
directed it. Was um, it was big scenes, but the colors were all washed out, kind of like a mod, outfit, like a mod kit. Sorry,
yeah,
not
yeah.
outfit. That means something different in the UK apparently. Anyway, a mod kit, that they were that all the colors were washed out and stuff, except for when the Who were playing. Those were some bright colors,
Yeah,
and so I liked that it did sort of make this a 2 hour and 10 minute or whatever um, music video because
yeah,
it wasn't like an actual attempt to suck the attention right onto the Who whenever they were on telly or you know playing. Yeah,
yeah. I agree with you there. Yeah, it's you've hit the nail on the head, like nearly a 2 hour long music video for the Who. Yeah,
yeah. So it was so creative, though. It was so much fun to like. There was a real story, and it, like a really good story.
like what do you call it? A
Yeah,
concept.
concept.
God, I remember those concept albums of the 80s.
Um,
Shall we go to final say, Scott?
yeah, sure.
Over to you then.
All right. Well, I really like this, and I really did enjoy watching it a lot in the 80s, over and over and over again on USA Network at midnight. So I will give this. It's good to watch it again too. I'll give this 9. I'll give this 9 uh, scooter mirrors out of 10.
Cool, cool.
Those scooters have too many mirrors.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. Enjoyable to rewatch this. As you say, now you've said it. All I can think of it is a Who promo video. Um,
Isn't it though? It is sort of like, oh, it just points to them so much.
I'll but it's still it dragged me in. I sat there and watched it from beginning to end. I wanted to know the stories. I wanted to know the character. I wanted to know that character. What happened to this character? So it dragged me in. For that, it's going to get 10 blues out of 10.
Nice.
And if you know what that sort of reference means, because that's what they were looking for most of the time.
Keep it under your hat.
Keep it under my hat. Yes, I won't tell anybody, but I'll keep it under my hat. So that's our little review of Quadrophenia. Go check it out, guys. It's
Yeah.
out there. Go check it out. Susan, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me talking Quadrophenia. You guys out there, please leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of the movie. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're all over the place.
Yep.
Please, if you want to join our group and be on our casts or whatever, just message us and we'll try and get you on. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel and also press the bell notification button like that, and you will get notified every time we put up a video like Quadrophenia. So until next time, remember, We are the mods.
We are the mods. We are the mods.
We are the mods. We are the mods. Great lyrics. So, bye for now.
Scene too, where they're all dancing like that. Those were good scenes, actually. There were more than one of those.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, it didn't take much to write those words, did it? We are the mods. So, be safe. Have fun out there. Bye for now.